Hi, everybody. So, welcome back. It's another panel. And honestly, this episode, I think it was not as toxic as the previous one, and it was quite enjoyable in some way, but I saw the producer's hands a lot. So, before we get into it, let's take like 1 minute to give our general thoughts on the episode.
Yeah, personally, I liked the episode. I specifically liked the part with Kiki and Mel's interaction. I also like seeing Miss Van. It's been a while since we've seen Miss Van on our
Mhm.
screen, so it was nice to see like her joyful personality and just see like more of the story of Mel actually changing her name. And of course, Mattel was going to show himself. So yeah, it was interesting to see him do what he does best.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Same here. Love seeing Miss Fan. Like it's been way too long. I feel like she should have been here from the beginning. Um, I love that Kiki did not give an excuse of why she couldn't take the drug test, and I'm so glad that she passed because that shuts down a lot of shit too. But it's still like, even though it was a good episode, there's still a lot of toxicity when it comes to like the Scots and just like the whole interaction with Kiki or with Kimmy, Mel and Tisha, like that whole thing just kind of blew me. But overall, I felt like there was a lot of positives. Her being able to change her name, the excitement of that, her being able to basically move on. And you can actually see that Mel's in a totally different space than where she was last season. So I was here for this episode.
Yeah. So now let's get into the episode fully. So we're going to start off from Kiki and Mel's meeting, basically the conclusion. So let me just put up the clip because at this point,
Right here, right now, in the moment, not no come back in 72 hours, none of that. I am glad because, girl, let's clear.
So, what's the results? Tell me something good.
We haven't looked yet, and I ain't about to touch your piss cup. But, all right, you hold your little piece
Yeah,
of
there
cup
you
now.
go. Yeah, you just let her pull that. You'll pull right to left, not left to right, or
All right,
whatever
so
y'all
y'all ready? Negative 2 lines. Negative, 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 negative. Child, all I see is negative, baby. Bam! I ain't even finna lie. This 14 things. Let me try to read what it said.
Oh, did you see?
Marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamine, opiates. Ain't that how you pronounce it? Opiates, amphetamine, ecstasy, barbiturate.
hi Phyllis. You know, I was seeing a lot of uneducated takes when this particular scene came up. People were saying, and I think I like somebody, oh gosh, I never knew that people were this dumb. Asking, oh, she's on methadone, but the test showed negative. And I'm like,
Oh, is it
a
me
lot
or
of
you're going in and out, my love?
I am.
Yeah, now I can hear you, babes.
Oh, okay. Maybe because I was far away from my mic. I was saying online, I was seeing a lot of dumb takes about her having a negative test while being on methadone. And I'm like, if people had just taken their time to actually go and Google search the half life of this drug, maybe there's an echo. I think someone's this thing is echoing.
Let's just all
Yeah. So, if people had just taken their time to Google this thing, they would have known the reason why she was negative. The half life of methadone, like generally, is about 10 to 40 hours.
Don't know what happened, love. I think you cut out, but if I'm hearing you right, you're saying that basically, like, it'll last in your system. You said 10 to 40 hours. Okay, so a day or two possibly. But still, if people really are smart and pay attention, they will know that Kiki herself has said that she has been trying to wean herself off of the methadone. which means she's not taking or going and getting methadone treatment. Like, so she would be negative for it if she's not taking it.
Yeah,
So, and I feel like people are just wanting a reason and wanting something to say or have a reason for her to, okay, it was said she's a drug addict, she's a druggie, this, that, and the third. But yet when she passes an unsuspected, unexpected drug test, this is very sporadic. This is a pop up. This is like if she was on parole or something. Like, she passed, and you still have something to say about it. I just don't understand. This woman is damned if she do, damned if she don't.
100%. And also, in any event, um, there are some drug tests that don't actually detect methadone either way, and it requires a more specialized drug test. But then most of those detect things like heroin and codeine and morphine and stuff like that. But methadone is a little bit different. If they're wanting a more thorough assessment of methadone and how long she's been taking that and all of that, then they probably need a more specialized drug test that specifically does that. It wouldn't be a basic over the counter drug test in any
Right,
way. Um, and yeah, so and the thing is, I'm just like, you're acting like she had time to like, doctor the test. She didn't. It was go
right,
in and pee and come back out. Like,
right.
let's
And then also, if y'all listened, or if anybody really listened, when Mel was reading off the names of the different drugs that the drug test was testing for, methadone was one of those things, and it was negative. Kiki has said that she has been weaning herself off of it. She does not want to take that anymore. She does not want to be on anything. So why can't there just be like, you know, some congratulations, some, good job. We see you, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no vindication for her. And I just don't understand why. Like, she's doing what she's supposed to do, clearly.
literally. So I really don't understand.
And I like the fact that Mel has been so supportive in all of the shit that's been going on from the very first time Kiki made her appearance on the show. When Tisha and Marsau try to throw her under the bus and act like she's this drug head, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your purses, because she's going to take everything you have. But that's not how she's been, and that's not what has been shown. So Mel has had her back and has been writing for Kiki and writing for what's right. And I love that so much, about Mel, because she actually is very supportive. She will tell you when you're wrong, she'll tell you when you're right. And we have seen her do that. And for her to say, look, let's just go ahead and shut the shit down. This is how we're going to do it. Look, kudos to Mel, too, for being that real friend that says, look, we're not going to believe what they say. We're going to prove them wrong. Because everybody else sat at that table, talked their
That's
shit. They were
mhm,
talking so much shit about her. I have not seen that one person do half of what Mel has done.
100%. And sorry, I just realized I was on mute because I was here trying to talk and I was like, I
Oh,
don't like, but yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I know last week people were really upset that Mel actually brought the drug test, but I'm just like, seriously, why is that an issue? Like, look at it now. She's proved that she's clean. She shut down all the haters. She didn't have time to prep for a drug test. I feel like if they had left it until the reunion, they would have said, oh, she's had time to like clean herself up in advance of that. We can't rely on the test, right? But at least it's shown right there and then. It's like, okay, you think she's in the middle of something? All right, there you go. That's the test. All done. She's all good. So Mel actually did her a favor, gave her the opportunity to prove herself as being the truthful one in this case. Uch, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here actually. So for me, I think it was actually the producer's hands. It was quite obvious that it was the producer's hands for her to come with the test. As much as nobody wants to say this, it was a distasteful thing. The way everybody was going about talking about how she's on drugs, how she's this, how she's that, and it can actually ruin the brand because what are you guys doing exactly? You guys are planning like doing going so hard to try to paint the fact that she's a drug dealer. I say drug dealer, she's a drug user, she steals pills, she does this. It just doesn't look well on the brand. So it was very funny for like for me looking at them and the fact that they kept trying to make sure that she's being seen as a drug user, and the fact that you guys have I don't want to, it's just like really crazy. But for me, it was actually the producers that did it and told Melody to bring that drug. And for people that kept saying that it was water and all that, that's false. Someone's urine can actually be that white. I just think people do not understand the mechanism at how urine is produced. She may have drank so much water that day that her urine is not concentrated. People just do not understand. You think everybody's urine has to be yellow. No, that's just not how
No,
happening. If
I'm
I
sorry.
drink
I piss
so much
clear
water,
piss
it's not
sometimes too,
yellow.
and I drink tons of water. Like, if you drink a lot of water and you actually eat stuff that you're supposed to and actually taking care of your hygiene, your piss isn't going to be that dark, pissy ass, strong smelling, no. Y'all don't understand. That's not healthy.
Usually people start off in the morning with like a bit more stronger pee, and then later in the day as you're drinking water, sometimes for me the way I can tell that I'm drinking enough water is when my pee is clear. I'm like, yes girl, you've done it today. So like I don't understand why people are acting like, her pee being clear is such a problem. Like, come on. If she used toilet water like people are trying to suggest, then it will just come out as um error of some
Yep,
sort. It would
yep,
come out
inconclusive.
conclusive. Exactly. It would not be a pass. So like people keep acting like these drug tests aren't smart enough to be able to detect things that aren't pee. Come on, cut it out.
They don't want to say the truth. But anyways, let's move on. I'm just really happy that as much as whoever brought up the idea, it was smart to clarify that she's not a pill user because it can actually tarnish her image, tarnish her son's image, because this dude is actually becoming a professional athlete and you're trying to make it out as if his mom is still a drug head. It's not actually good for him overall. So now Mel got her, she's planning her entire name change party. She got I think this is around the time that she got um the she got the message, because I remember her posting that mail on social media and telling people that, oh, she's about to open it and she's going to open it for everybody to see during her name change. Let me bring it up. I mean, look for the place, because this thing actually threw me out. Okay. I don't think I even arranged it normally.
And filed the foregoing declaration in writing and in conformity with Title 1231 Code of Alabama 1975.
Who built Holt and Holt?
We did. We learned about this billion-dollar industry, property preservation. Without you and I, there would be no Holt and Holt.
But the fact that they
You're
kept
right,
doing
because
this
it'd just be
throwback was
Holt.
so shady.
Right, or Holt. Praying that his or her name be changed to Melody Sheree Rogers.
Well, it wouldn't be a Holt without this Holt. You're married to me, which I'm a Holt. All right. It's all the money, the effort, the time that I put in and that you put in behind you to push the brand of Melody Holt. Who named everything dealing with us? Me.
It is therefore ordered, adjudged, and decreed by the court that the said Melody Sheree Holt. We were married.
Quiet.
I think sometimes you forget
I
that we were
understand in terms when we
married
talked
and
about
that
we're
it was
married,
joint
but all the
decision.
money and effort and time we put into you and Melody Holt brand, you better be doing good. That's all I say, and I just want 50% of that. That's all.
Watching the back like play, I actually forgot how nasty Martell I have like all these things I've even cleared off my brain because I tried to even separate both of them are like separate entities. But the fact that they had to do that replay back to back, I think they were trying to show people why she really wanted to remove the Holt's name from hers. Because for Martell to come out here and say that, oh, without me, you will not be who you are, it's like really crazy saying that they focused on Mel's branding. It's weird, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's just so crazy.
But what is even crazier is like it was almost like an I made you movement with men. And I say that because around that same time, we know um Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams' husband was doing the same thing, talking about how he made Wendy after their divorce, he made her this, that, and the third. Martell did the same thing, but what they cannot do is turn these side chicks and these chicks that they had ruined their marriages for, they can't turn them into to nothing. They don't become anything after they leave the women that actually have made the money and made them. But yet they want to keep talking about how they made the woman. Well, can you produce some funds?
Another one. Make
Like
another one.
make it exactly, make another one. You got a whole side chick and baby and a woman that you've been dealing with for 10 years and still she has nothing to show for it besides a wet coochie. Like, come on.
You can't make yourself. You can't do nothing for yourself.
Nothing.
Cut it out. You know you didn't make anybody. Like without her, there will be no Holt and Holt. Let's be clear. Because if we've seen how you run things in the last couple of years, you haven't been able to pick yourself back up, right? So clearly we know who the brains behind the operation was. So if you're really that good and you make people, make yourself and make your coleslaw whilst you're at it.
You know, I don't know if you guys saw that TikTok video that Arionne did with Martell
I
that they went
agree.
shopping and then she showed the one building saying, "Oh, here's our investment. We're coming
Mhm.
up," and then she's like, "We're going to have our own show and everything." He's actually trying to prop her up.
He is,
He's
he is.
trying his damnest, and that's why I just made it that. Except if she can like physically come at me, I don't even think I'm going to report anything on her because as I watched that video, I then understood the reason why they've been doing all that. He's trying to force own TV's hand to bring his next peasant.
Hmm. Onto
It's
the
so
shop.
obvious.
Listen, I will say this until I'm blue in the face. I don't care. Side chicks do not get a platform. What do you get by ruining a marriage? Like when you purposely go in and know that this man is married and you steady being disrespectful towards the wife, acting like she owes you an apology or owes you something or she's doing you wrong. No. Like you like no, y'all get no respect. Like y'all need to go talk to Shirley because Shirley knew. Listen here now, whether you be cool or come out of a bag on me, Listen here. Shirley knew when it came to side pieces. Now, these young ass chicks now, it's
No.
just sickening. And then y'all like flaunting it and then trying to use the kids as propaganda. Ugh,
Mm,
I was
yeah.
very disgusted.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
why I
I'm
didn't
happy
report
that
it. That's why I didn't
hi
report it.
Chloe.
Because I was just like, this ain't, I'm not even going to give it dignify with anything. I'm not going to give it any time whatsoever. Because I know what it is. As soon as I watch that TikTok, I'm like, oh, look at him trying to create another melody.
Like it was so fucking
So she didn't
I'm
feel the
trying not to swear. It was
Mhm.
so obvious. Because I
Thankfully.
watched that video, I was so irritated that I had even been reporting. And I think some YouTubers started noticing the pattern. She would do something and try to add the M&M kids into the whole
Mhm.
equation so that people will be mad. And I guess after they checked the shade room comments and saw that it was not on their side, she decided to throw more videos. Unfortunately for her, shade room did not carry the video, so it was just like a waste of her time. But it's just like how are you thinking people would want to side you, people want to pray for your progress when you are sleeping or you slept with a leftover man? But anyways, these women they do not have any self-respect, so they do not even know.
But
And
let's
yes,
talk about this again. This wasn't the first time, okay? Let's just go ahead and talk about her pattern. Her pattern. Her first Harris's father was married
Mm.
when she was sleeping with
say it
him.
again.
Say it louder.
So so you sleep with a married man with your oldest daughters. Your oldest daughter's father was a married man. Now your son's father's a married man as well. This is a pattern, honey. This is something that you like to do. This is just who you are. Why? Because you feel like you can't get or build anything of your own because you have nothing to really bring to the table besides some hot head and some mashed potatoes. Like, can you cook any fucking thing else? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but oh, that child. Hmm. But no, what do you have? Like, really, what can you offer a real man?
Nothing. That honestly, let's be completely honest. What high value man who, and I know people don't like the word, but I'm just gonna use it for this explanation, right? What high value man would want someone like that? A peasant, coleslaw, corn on the cob, side dish. Are we serious? You bring nothing to the table but disrespect. If you're gonna be a side chick, you don't even know how to be respectful as a mistress. We can't even call you a mistress because you didn't play the part properly.
She didn't want
Ooh,
to be a mistress.
Right.
She's like, some women like married men, though. That's all they're interested in. They love the thrill of getting them. Yes, exactly. But guess what? As soon as that rubs off and wears off, they would be out here seeking another.
Maybe that's why she's always throwing it in people's face that she got Martell every single time because she loves it and she feels like she won. To be honest, I don't think Martell is a prize. Like none of the men on that show is a prize at all. But that was something that she would never accept. So well, that's just me. But let's move on to Tisha and Marsau. So Tisha and Marsau, as usual, were having their delusional conversations where they started talking about Kiki. Tisha was complaining that oh she's done with Kiki after what happened in the cookout, and then she started talking about the event again, the expo, saying that oh them giving opinions that she's not real, that she didn't like it, that it almost felt like every time they were attacking them about the expo. And I found it really funny because you can't have a criticism meeting and you do not want to take the criticism. So what exactly is the use? But let me play the video anyway so that we'll go on.
That's the energy I need.
I'm excited about going.
I'm definitely looking forward to the vacation with the family. This is the break I need to like not think about business, just strictly focus on having a good time with my kids and my husband. It's perfect for me because after leaving that barbecue and everything that took place there.
Yeah, listen, I love the way you handle yourself. I should have handled myself better.
Call the police and drug test your mother.
Don't get in it because what it is that Kiki has proven to me over and over and over again that she's a liar. Everything that transpired at the barbecue, everything that happened, it just confirmed to me that, you know, I'm done for real. Like for real.
Heck, me and Stormi think we cleared our differences.
I saw that.
Stormi knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing at the meeting.
Y'all moved past it. Y'all shook hands.
Yeah.
She said she wasn't gonna do it again.
Yeah. I know, babe. She was crying.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I recognized it in that moment. I was like, yeah, man. Like whatever we got going on, we could. We're old enough to be petty and go back and forth, you know, like this. But that right there, I'm sad to hear that because it's the same thing. It made me think about you and Kiki to the point where it's like, I don't want y'all to. It's a relationship lost in this. You know what I'm saying? And I care for Kiki. I'm probably more hurt than I am angered by it. I'm cool with failure. I'm cool with hitting rock bottom. I'm cool with people, you know, because to me, that's where you grow. Expo, and we're getting feedback. And you were kind of...
Is the gaslighting for me? Sorry.
Mhm.
Is the gaslighting for me?
Beyond the gaslighting is the fact that he will give every other woman praise and accolades, but he gives no fucks about Tifa.
Yep.
None.
Expose her every chance he gets.
Every chance he gets. Like, how many? Can anybody answer me how many times you have seen Marsau hug Tisha, tell her that he loves her, even when she was crying?
Never.
Mhm.
But he did that for Stormi, who was calling him a bitch. Like, make this make sense to me, guys. Please.
Like the perfect example of you don't like your wife. You can't like your wife behaving like that, in my opinion.
Do you know what's crazy to me?
Hmm.
Is the fact that Tisha always has an excuse for Stormi.
She
You would
does.
think that she's holding Tisha at gunpoint at this point because she comes for you, comes for your man, comes for every single person. But all of a sudden, you always have an excuse. Every single time, an excuse. It is starting to be like, okay, what's going on?
Stormy's
What is
holding some cards on of teachers, okay? But we already know when it comes to the products, those were Stormy's products, okay? No one, if we're really going to tell the truth, let's not turn a blind eye and act like we
But
did
you don't
not
need
see
to
with
leave
our own eyes
us.
them putting the labels covering Stormy's product. We
You
seen
don't
them
need to leak
recover.
us at all. And that's the fact. You don't need to leak us. You don't need to do anything. You just need to be quiet, call her out appropriately. Because now it's quite obvious to everybody that you are being quiet because you are using something of ours and you do not want her to tell us all your secrets. Because for you to find every excuse under the earth to excuse whatever Stormy says about you and your husband, it's crazy. Meanwhile, someone who you actively set up to take a fall because you want to protect your marriage. You cannot understand why she is mad at you. And the fact that Marsau is telling us I care for Kiki, man, shut up. You do not care for Kiki. You participated in ruining her relationship with Kiki, and
Mm-hmm.
you made sure to gaslight her to throw Kiki under the bus because you're trying to cover your trifling ways.
Mm.
As usual, you will use things to separate Tisha from women that are seeing clearer than her every
Yep.
single time.
Absolutely.
And then you
Absolutely.
come back to try and gaslight us like, oh, I really like you. And no, you do not. Like that for me, that was the most shocking moment that he was talking about. Oh no, I'm just genuinely hurt. I like Kiki. No, you do not. We've seen how you speak about Kiki. We've seen how you talk about Kiki. You do not like her. You do not want
Listen, he
Tisha.
knows where some bodies are buried too, and I've spoken about this on the panel before. And they even showed the clip of when they were at Wanda's little baked potato backyard boogie, whatever it was, and Kiki was saying how she could, say some stuff, and Marsau said, "Say it, I dare you! I will flip this motherfucking table." He said, "I will burn all this shit down."
Yep.
That's how intense it got because he was so afraid or thought Kiki was going to say something and actually expose because Kiki knows some real shit. He does not like Kiki for just that fact alone. But then again, he does like her just because she hasn't said it. So he's torn a little bit. But no, he don't like Kiki like that. But he damn sure ain't gonna try to get too far on her bad side.
Yep, that's why he's always speaking out from two sides of his mouth. Yes, Sahara, that's what I'm saying. He made sure to ruin Tisha's and Kiki's relationship because he knows for two people that have been so close.
Mm.
Then immediately she got married to Marsau. Everything went south. Do you know how funny it is? Even with Wanda's trifling us actually trying to compare and make these women compete for years, they were okay till her relationship with Marsau.
Mm.
Come on, who is? co- I don't want to talk, but let's continue with the clip because I don't think we talking is going to change Tisha's mind. Her mind is actually very, very made up about whatever she wants to think. Her marriage comes before anybody, which I do not have a problem with, but at least stop lying in our faces.
On part of the feedback.
Which part?
Well, the lack of organization.
So the event you said wasn't organized.
There were some parts that weren't. Yeah, absolutely.
The event itself was organized. Some of the behind the scenes stuff could have worked on better, but if we're here to get feedback about like the main event and things that you feel like should be better, but anything like prior to, I don't think we're here to discuss that.
Yes, we are definitely here to discuss all of that.
Hence, I mean, you asked me for an example.
No, that's cool. That's fine. You gave me an example.
Just FYI, just in case we're ever in an argument, I don't say stuff that I don't have examples for.
Okay, I'm happy you had an example.
I'm going to have examples,
Okay, I asked for an example. You gave me an example. I said that, yeah, leading up to the expo, it could have been more organized. I said the event itself
You didn't say that.
was organized. Yes, I did. I said the event itself was organized leading up to it. Yeah, it was a lot of issues coming
I have
up.
a great memory. And on top of
I
that...
took accountability, though. I did.
Guess what you're not
I
doing
took...
Arbitrary I took hold on.
So, can I just say that the fact that did anybody else notice that during that time when they were having that, kind of conference or whatever, Tisha was pretty much quiet. She wasn't saying too much. But then when Mel started talking and had something to say, that's when she wanted to, basically get defensive and, talk about how, basically had a comeback for it. But she didn't have nothing to say for anybody else, anyone else's input.
To be honest, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, it seems like, we know that she's jealous of Mel, and I feel like she truly knows that Marsau has a crush on Mel of some sort. So anytime he brings up an example or uses Mel as an example, I think that's his way of getting under Tisha's skin. Like, he purposely does this.
He knows,
and I'm starting to recognize it.
He knows exactly what he's doing. And I just feel like do you know what? It's painfully obvious, right? Like, she has a thing for Mel. She's never going to stop hating Mel in her head. She's absolutely jealous of Mel. Mel could say A and she would say B. Also, I wanted to remind us, I don't know if you guys remember, the same event that she's talking about being organized, wasn't it the same event where they were trying to get Martell to be on the panel and they were speaking behind the curtain and it was so awkward that the guests could see and hear? Is that organization? I'll let you.
It's the same one where nobody knew, that there was even a booth rent or a booth fee that they asked for the day of. That's also the same event where nobody even had the same, perimeter of there was like
the same event.
Because didn't Maurice, his like law firm thing, didn't they have just like a little small round table in a corner somewhere?
Exactly, and that's really organized.
They were at the back. Nobody could even see Maurice and Kimmi anyway.
Yes, where's the organization?
The prior always leads to the main. You can't say that, I'm having this event and everything is disorganized at the part where you're supposed to organize, and then you want on that day everything to be perfect. Look at weddings. Everybody plans for their wedding to be perfect. And funny enough, on the main day, something always goes wrong. So you're telling me for something like a wedding, then you're not like, oh my God, don't worry about what we planned prior. It was the day was, come on. If you never plan, nothing's going to go perfectly. It's actually like she just wants to make it that Mel's point was moot and what Mel was saying made no sense. Like, that's just exactly what she's trying to drive at, because she had nothing to say about when everybody was throwing out their own opinions, their criticism. But immediately Mel talked about how they were disorganized prior to the event, she had an issue. Oh my God, I'm saying event. Oh my God. Hi, baby.
Like that's the same time that Stormi was calling your husband a bitch to his face and he was saying he was a bad one. Like, and you sat there quietly. You had no defense for that. But yet you had some type of comeback from Mel actually saying like it could have been more organized. And I don't know what organization I guess doesn't look the same for everybody. Because sometimes a mess can be organized to a messy person. But come on, honey. Like you're getting the same feedback. It's not like this is something different. Like she's not the only one who has said this. But why is it that you have so much, pushback when she does say it?
Yeah.
And I actually agree with this comment on the screen. The show is in deep, deep trouble. And I will tell you, it's not because they have a problem with the cast. It's because they have a problem with the cast not showing that truth.
Yep.
Marsau and Tisha signed not to have any of their truths be shown. So we're having the whole story circulating around Kiki right now. So once we move from Kiki, what are we going to have? And damn it, let me tell you, if they ever bring Martell and his glorified mistress to this show, that's just like a nail in the coffin. That's just the end. Nothing can revive the show whatsoever if that happens. So yeah, it's in deep trouble. And they need to make, I don't know, looking at the previews for the next episode, it seems like they are going to be bringing the Fletchers full on, because I'm seeing a scene with the Fletchers and their kids. And their kids seem quite to have a lot of drama in between them. So I think that should be...
Listen, when I saw that, I said, shit, if there's a spinoff show or somebody needs their own show, I'd say Nell and Chris Fletcher.
I mean, she's putting in the work.
She is.
Listen, just that little clip that we saw of their family, I was like, oh, damn, that sounds like some juicy drama right there. Like, you can send in tune.
She is working overtime, and I'm here for it. Now, Tiffany, that's how you take notes. That's how you do it. I'm just saying.
Right. Like, listen, they could definitely run a class, okay? Listen, because the Scotts could definitely learn how Stormi, you can learn. But if y'all want to talk about a power couple, I would go them two first before any other couple on that in there.
I mean, when she said, I know anything about cheating, Chris cheated, I was like, come on.
She went there.
I'm sorry. I died when she made that comment. I was like, did I just hear well, or did she just say that Chris cheated?
She's like, I know it too well. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Too many in the cast don't like each other, which creates a level of fakeness in scenes. Kiki and the Whitlows don't fit in the Scott identity. Tell me.
Completely.
Maurice and Kimmi should be they should be demoted to probably friends. If they want to show us Kiki's story, they have to show us Kiki's story. But I think her story has run its course. So we need couples that are not couples like the Fletchers that are willing to get dirty, that are willing to just be honest with us. Like now, I don't need to go around to know that Chris cheated. She's not hiding it. Like that's what we need, undiluted, like.
Listen, they have children. They have worked through some shit. They really have, like, they have businesses together. They have, their own that they do separately. This is like, that's what you want to call Black excellence. There you go. And they are not hiding who they are for the cameras. They are actually coming and giving you, like a real glimpse into what it's like to be them. Like that's what you call good television. That's good entertainment. That's what is needed. And it's not, they don't even have to have drama with anybody else because they can go ahead and show their true authentic selves and their family life. And that is enough of a storyline itself to carry a show.
I'm sorry, I don't think Stormi needs to stay.
No.
I'm opposite of that. She doesn't need to stay. She
needs
to
Stormi can go.
As a friend. She can stay as a friend, but nothing.
Yeah, no, Tiffany could definitely go. I can't stand Tiffany's ass. Get her out of there. Goodbye.
Yeah. But I have to give it to her. Without Tiffany, the first part of this season would have been very unbearable. So thank you for your service.
Yeah, you deserve a check for that. But now we're
no, that should run its course. Goodbye. Go the hell on somewhere.
Yeah. Well, this was awkward. This particular
Oh
scene
my
was
god! Right, the way like that's damn near the same energy she gave Kiki. Like that, just awkward ass, just uh, like I
dry,
really don't even want to be here type.
but I have
You
to
know,
fix you. That's what it's giving. But
she's acting like she's just like such a busy woman. Like, oh my god, this is beneath me. Why am I even here with you people,
I got
girl?
B. That's what she's giving. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's go into the so Mel invited Tisha and Kimmi, obviously again invited Mel, Tisha, and Kimmi to have a chat because nobody can deceive me that Mel invited them. Tisha,
Mel,
come on, girl. Why are you giving everybody attitude like you come on there acting like you are Queen Elizabeth? Like, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I don't want, like, come on. Nobody's interested in all this drama with you. And then you finally get on to the sit down and they start talking about Kiki and all that. Let me play the clip before we have our conversation because I have a whole lot to say about this part.
What has happened between Kiki and I over the years, and that's why when we started hanging with y'all at that time, that's around the time I stopped hanging around Kiki. I had to distance myself from her because she made threats at me then. She's still doing the same thing she's been doing in the past. I don't want that type of lifestyle, you know, and I don't want to be around people that brings that type of lifestyle around me. A person that has nothing to lose and you put drugs involved, it's dangerous. That's a dangerous person.
So you feel like she's still doing drugs?
Oh, I know she's still doing drugs.
How you know that?
Because I know. I have family members call me. She's still going around asking people for money. And I know when there's a certain type of behavior that's coming up.
So when was the last time you had talked to her before that?
It was a conversation. And
was it a tough, iffy conversation?
It wasn't a tough conversation. It wasn't anything that caused the reaction that we got at the barbecue.
Are you sure, like, before the barbecue, there was nothing that happened with y'all?
I'm about to go.
I really feel like Tisha is trying to avoid the conversation pertaining to what happened with her and Kiki because some of that information involves Marsau and him possibly having an affair. You know, I think that based on the conversation that she and Kiki had prior to, which dealt a lot with this possible affair, she's just shut down and she feels like she doesn't want to get into it. She doesn't want to talk about it. But I think she has to understand that we're going to ask questions because we're going to want you to be able to get out how you feel.
I'm just letting you know, I did speak with Kiki.
Yeah.
Okay, I did speak with her. She feels really bad that she acted out the way she did. She felt like when she walked in and spoke that you didn't speak. You just got up and walked away and she felt disrespected. And maybe based on that conversation y'all had, coupled with that, she said she felt bad.
Okay, ladies, well, I'm about to go. I'm about to go. I'm not talking about this anymore, for real, for real. I'm done.
Well, at least you're in a good space with it.
Yes, I'm
That's
going to the
good.
beach now. I don't want to talk about the...
girl, sit your ass down. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because it just feels like this woman does not want to have the conversation. The thing is, Melody was not even like, it's not like she was even like guessing into like the nitty-gritty. All she said was like, are you sure like nothing happened before that? Because it just doesn't make any sense. And Tisha was like, I'm about to go. Girl, then go.
That's
Like,
because she don't know how to have a conversation, and when she knows she's lying about something, and she feel like somebody's gonna get her or catch her up on her lie, she gotta hurry up and leave and get out of the situation. She can't get found out. She can't do it. And BB, I agree with you. She repeated what Tiffany said about wanting such a the lifestyle and all that around you. Girl, you are a copycat. That's all you are. I'm about to call you Fax Machine Tisha. Because copy paste the facts, like that's what you are, girl. You are a copycat. This is like everything someone says or does, she has to copy. And we've seen that. Literally with Mel, with Stormi, you copying what Tiffany said about seeing Kiki on Crime Stoppers and all that. Like, come on. Both of y'all are some snakes. Tiffany, you a snake. Tisha, you a snake. So, I mean, I guess it's just, I guess it's just right that y'all slither together, but come on, girl, you can't face the truth. The truth is something that you just cannot face for some reason. I don't know if it's because you've been with Marsau so long that now you just really truly don't know who you are, or what the case is, but this is it.
I think she just doesn't want us to see her as weak, even though that's all she is. Let's be completely honest, right? I feel like she doesn't want us to see her as the man, as the woman who is taking all of this. And so it's easy for her to lie and say, oh, it didn't happen, and pretend and avoid the conversation, hoping that it will go away. But, hun, it's not going to go away. It's going to continue to come back and come back and come back. And that's why I know a lot of people don't rate her on the show, because you're not authentic, you're not transparent, you're on a reality show, you don't want to show your reality. Every time someone brings something that is a touchy subject, you're like, no, I'm going to get up and leave. I don't want to talk about it. Girl, you are paid to talk about these things, ma'am. So yeah, no, it's unprovoked auntie. Tisha wants to be seen as a perfect wife who is standing beside her husband. Yes, but she also doesn't want. She wants the husband to also be seen as a perfect man who ain't cheating, even though that's is probably not the reality. That's just how I see it.
That's definitely true. And
Yep.
let's actually take a look at something, because something we didn't mention when during the scene with Marsau and Tisha is the fact that Marsau don't even want to go on vacation with your ass, girl.
He never wants to go on
Like,
vacation. Come on.
when you said 5 days, he was like, "What? Oh hell no, we can't do no 5 days with you. What? 5 days where he can't escape? He can't get. He has to be with you for a full 5 solid days. This man can't do. He, he would rather work or do anything else but spend time with you and them kids. Come on." No wonder why you're so quick to leave a room whenever somebody says something or even starts questioning you that has it to where you might possibly have to make some, answer some questions about your marriage. Like, she runs quick.
Yeah, and it's the fact that she's trying for someone who keeps claiming, oh, my cousin stabbed me in the back, my cousin stabbed me in the back. You are trying so hard to make sure your same cousin is seen as a drug head. Come on, let
Mm.
that sink in. So you are the only one that can be stabbed in the back, but you running around calling her names, trying to pin. Come, do you like? I don't know how people don't understand how attaching drug addicts on
And
someone
her
can be
family,
so
she wants to be seen as the successful one. Because if we really look at the truth, Tisha has followed after Kiki. Kiki was the one that got her into the college. Kiki was already there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kiki, she's hey, we got to give her credit, because Kiki has, she's done a lot. She's very intelligent. And there are a lot of things that she has in life and has had in life that Tisha wishes that she had. And we know that this has stemmed from childhood. Wanda
one of it being
pinning
a
them
faithful
against each
husband.
other. Huh?
I say one of it being a faithful husband.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, when it comes to it, we all know that Tisha is jealous of everyone. And Wanda, I feel like, has a lot to play in that too when it comes to her and Kiki's relationship. It's Marsau and Wanda and Tisha herself. Like, there's a lot that goes into all the relationships that Tisha tries to have.
Yep. I completely agree with BB. She was expecting Tisha and Kim and Mel to be like, Kim and Mel to say, don't go, girl, go. Be gone.
I also like the fact that Mel kept talking, even though she was right there, acting like she was getting up and leaving. Look, no, I'm still gonna finish this conversation. Okay, you walking away? Look here, okay, Kimmi, see, she acting like she just don't want to listen. I don't know if she just don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, there was
and
no, it's not like, oh, we're gonna wait till you leave out of the room and then we'll talk about you. No, I'm gonna keep on with this conversation because something's going on.
And you know what? Going back to the point of Tisha always having to come after, like, when Kiki has attained a certain stage, doesn't it seem like now that she realizes that, oh, Kiki is going back to the right path, getting clean, probably will go back to whatever job she was doing. Now she's like, oh no, 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 I'm going to destroy your public persona. Because if she goes back to teaching, they are going to look her sideways like, okay, girl, you are still, there are claims that you are still popping pills. We cannot keep you around these kids. You cannot keep you around it. She's doing this on purpose. She's trying so hard to make sure Kiki stays underneath her. I mean, there are millionaires that are still living in a cupboard. But anyways, that's just their point. But
It's wickedness. It's wickedness to want to do that to your cousin, but then when your cousin says something, your cousin hasn't, let's be honest, say what you want about Kiki, but I don't even think Kiki has really exposed them. She hasn't. I feel like
No,
Kiki has
she
been
hasn't.
quite a bit. And I'm like, Kiki has so much, restraint, but these people don't have any restraint for her. Talking like things like that have huge implications. You're speaking about, for a fact she's back on drugs. Who says that?
Right. And I was actually hoping that Mel was going to just, well, letting me know, like, well, she took a drug test and she's actually clean. And to see the reaction, or, you know what I'm saying, whether the lie Tisha would have came up with probably would have, oh, she probably faked it, or she did this, or she did that. No, that was, I mean, that was real. Come on.
I
Like,
thought about that, but I wonder if it's a timing issue as well, because sometimes they film it differently and then
right.
edit. So I wonder if that episode or that part came before she had
Probably.
but yeah.
or what
Yeah.
if they want to gag them in the reunion and say, oh, but she did take the test and I was there. The same way Marsau was deceiving himself with that fake this thing test that he did with
The
his,
lie detector test that he so-called did.
he was so corny, so dumb, so stupid. He looked like a fool and just proved everybody right that he's so scared of doing a lie detector test. I did.
Yep. Yeah.
But anyways, let's move on. I'm tired of Tisha. When Tisha is ready to live in her truth, she will most likely live in it. But for now, she's going to be willfully ignorant. So Kiki, Stormi visits Kiki and they start talking about the whole thing. And she mentioned the fact that she was not even that really bothered about she was not even that really bothered about what's her name, Tisha, but her main problem was actually Tiffany. And I'm like, yes, because I keep remembering that nonsense interview that she had where she was just bashing that people had to say, is this an interview for, let me bring it up. I think I took a brief clip of all of the interview. People kept asking, is this an interview for Tiffany, or is this an interview to bash Kiki? That interview, I think people, everything she was talking about was Kiki, trying. And I think that's when they had already formulated the plan that, oh, we're going to say that Kiki is a drug user this season. Because now I'm thinking about it, why did Tiffany go to that interview and she kept talking about Kiki's life? It was so weird, and the timing was very, very funny.
Friendship or relationship with someone is different than knowing of someone. I don't have friends in my life that make no sense. What do you do? Why are you here? Why do you want to argue with the wall? Like, are we better than that? Are we? We are. Are you?
What happened at the barbecue is very similar to what has happened.
Let me just say real quick, just so I can get this out. Tiffany, what the fuck do you do? Who are you? What is your storyline? What is your purpose on being on the show? What do you have to show? Like, Tiffany, who? Okay. Knowing the fact that she's the reason why there was a whole, even, the shit with Crime Stoppers and all that, and, her playing a hand. Bitch, listen here, you snake. Tiffany's not pregnant no more. And I feel like this is the time. Like, I'm old school. You ain't gonna keep talking so much shit. Like, there's only so much shit you gonna talk and you gonna say. And there's just certain points where, listen here, we gonna have to resolve this in a different way. Because, girl, enough is enough. I don't
You're
condone
upset.
violence, but listen. And right to her, she is obsessed with Kiki. Tiffany is definitely obsessed with Kiki for some reason.
I think it's
obsessed
just
because she found
storyline.
it as an easy way to have a storyline.
Yep, that is all it is. She is. I won't be surprised if she's in on it with the producers. Like, honestly, they were probably like, "What's going to be your storyline this year?" And they probably crafted it together. I will not put it past them.
Yeah, and she was like, you know what? I am willing to take my newborn son around a barbecue where there's not only grill smoke going on, but there's a ton of cigar smoke and drinking happening. And I am going to question everybody on why should we allow Kiki around us with her lifestyle choices as we are sitting here suffocating ourselves with smoke.
So why should we allow you with your lifestyle choices and how you choose to bring your child around that? But anyway.
I just don't get it. All the shit that she was saying, it's like, girl, do you not understand that you're talking about yourself, right? Like, no one knows. Wasn't Kiki and Tisha talking about no one knowing what Tiffany does? What do you do, Tiffany? You want to talk about Kiki? We at least know what she did. Whether she's doing it now or whatever, we still know. Like, Lou done try to get away from your ass. He don't even want to be around you no more. Like, I can see there that your storyline is turmoil, trouble in paradise.
I mean, someone else is probably massaging him, but that's just not. It's not for me to say, but we might as well get another Martell and Melody along the way. But
I can't even picture it. I'm sorry, I can't picture it
because it's not.
The spinoff show. What went wrong with the Whitlows?
Oh my goodness! I think it would be so boring. I cannot watch such. You can't pay me to watch that. I'm sorry.
No, I would watch it because everybody is going to clown her so much.
My goodness.
Everybody's going to clown her, seeing the fact that she also cheated on her ex. She's not going to get any remorse.
I hope she knows
was interested for that check. She sacrificed her newborn baby's health for that sake. She did. Because Tisha, and we will also say, Tisha smoking in the presence of a kid was dumb too. You saw a child there and you were still smoking. Come on, every single adult there, from the productions to Tisha to the smokers to Tiffany, everybody did not act as an adult. That's all I have to say in that scene. But let's now go to the final scene, which was Delusion meets. This scene really cracked me up. I was like, come on, are we really doing this? Are we really doing this? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, girl. We're here.
Okay.
Working at Milk Dad, little Bill.
I don't have a damn clue.
Well, it's facts. Have you ever asked her?
No, I haven't.
I'm gone.
No, I haven't.
That's it then. Now she had an affair on me too, with multiple guys.
I can't say I believe that, Martell.
God damn, it ain't nothing to believe.
Get the multiple guys from?
It's facts. It's facts. It's facts.
Multiple guys?
Yes, all the way to shit.
While y'all was married?
Yes. Yes.
Really, Martell?
Yes.
I can't say I believe that.
Ask her.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, and if it comes out that she says it's not true, then I can bring my proof to prove that it is true. She knows she did. I mean,
Well, we ain't gonna get nowhere.
I know, because
we're not.
You saw how you throwing stuff. What?
No, it's not that I'm throwing it in your face. You saying you don't think I should go to the name change.
Listen, you grown as hell. I don't care.
Part.
Do your thing.
Yes.
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, I didn't know about her cheating, and that's how I feel when it comes to cheating. I ain't no different with you than with Fletcher when it comes to damn cheating.
Okay, well,
cheating is damn cheating.
Did you cheat?
Hell no, I did not.
Okay, well, Melody cheated then. Y'all shouldn't be on the same team because she cheated too. Melody be on some bullshit a lot of the times, and it's not fair for her to be able to throw rocks in her hand, and she's so good at it. And that's why people don't believe. I don't think Melody do that. I don't think she cheated. No, it's all true. So please don't ever talk about me cheating unless you talk about her cheating. Y'all.
If obsession had a face, it would look like Martell.
100.
Like, I just don't understand how it is that this man, he keeps trying to fill out this narrative that Mel cheated. She cheated with multiple guys through the marriage and this and the third. Come on. That shit has been debunked, just like you tried with the revenge P. Like, and it seems like you're still trying to push that narrative even now in this, because what is the proof that you have? Are you still talking about this same tape? Because we already know that this tape is of you. So if you're still trying to push this tape out there, that's you still trying to push out this revenge P. Like, so let's talk about it. Like, seriously, let's get into the shit. You are still trying to push out this revenge P. That's why you keep talking about she cheated, so that you can have an excuse or a reason to say that this is your proof. That's not no fucking proof.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you're mad because Nell doesn't believe your bullshit. No one believes your shit, and you're mad because no one believes you, because they know you and they know Mel.
Yep. And no one in their right mind would believe you. I'm sorry. You've shown us time and time again that you're unbelievable, you're irresponsible, there's no truth in you. It's like, who is going to believe you? And what I don't understand is, let's be honest, the way Martell's mouth moves every second, do you really believe that if Melody was cheating or cheated on him first, we wouldn't have heard? The whole world would have known the kind of woman. Let's be honest, right?
Right.
No way he would have kept quiet. From season 1, he would have been talking and screaming it to the rooftops. So he needs to not stop acting like we all don't know, and we haven't watched his behavior all these years to be able to know the sort of person he is. Unprovoked Auntie is completely right. He's obsessed because he wants to be seen as he isn't the bad guy. But the problem is, you are the bad guy. And the earlier you take accountability and move on, the better for you. But he's not going to do that.
And you know what's crazy? Earlier in this conversation, he was talking about her the name of change ceremony, saying she's trying to get back at me, she's trying to stab me, she's trying to get at me, that I will understand the divorce party, but man, we've been divorced for 3 years. Dude, the only reason why she could not change her name was because he held her in litigation for all those 3 years. Come on, let's not act obtuse as if we did not know what was going on. You fought so hard to prevent her from changing this name several damn times because you were always carrying her back to court. So it's not like she did not want to change her name. She obviously would not want to have the name of a man who cheated with her, was willing to spread STDs with her, and you're expecting her to be like, oh my God, for my kids. Man, as I say, F those kids. I'm not having the name as your dad because I want to make you feel comfortable. If you do not feel comfortable, well, that's on your dad and not me.
Sorry. that is another person's problem. Sorry.
I'm telling you. So now you're saying you don't want your friends to go, and that Chris Fletcher and his people pick the side because they decided to go. So if they had decided not to go, they are not picking a side. Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's how it is. But that's the thing is they've been friends with both of them this entire time and have been very, honest with both of them. They have not chosen sides. They've not made it to where, oh, well, because, you're this person, that person, I can't talk to you. No, that's not how it is. And you're mad at that. You're mad that they're actually supporting, they support both of you. Hell, you're living in the house that Fletcher has that you were supposed to be out of months ago, but you're still staying. So that's still him supporting you. So now going to the name change, that's supporting Nell. What's the problem?
He only wants to be supported. Don't you get it?
Same thing as when he was telling his mom, "Why won't you come to the thing to defend him?" And she's just like speaking on what she saw. He expects blind loyalty from people. And I'm like, they know who you are. They're not about to come out here and be defending you when they know the kind of person you are.
But don't worry, he gets it from Arionne. That's why he's willing to stay. Because you can't tell me that he likes her.
No, I was about to say his ass and got kicked out of the Fletcher's place, out of that place that he was having there. So now, where else is he going to go? He has to go to where the legs and doors are always open, which is Arionne Curry's place. Mm-hmm. Section 8 housing, you don't really pay that much, honey. Most of the time you just pay your utilities. And if you got an all-electric apartment or a house, honey, you winning. So, come on. Why not? He's broke, she's broke. Why not? That's why all of the money that he get from the show, that's why y'all can go to H&M and buy some stuff.
Say it again. Oh, Martell and Tisha expect the same from people. Oh, maybe that's why they are still friends.
That explains so much. BB, love the insight. Love the insight.
Or maybe that's why Tisha act like she don't really like Martell that much because she sees herself in him.
And think about it also, right? They both lack accountability. They both cannot take accountability for their actions. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're the two sides of the coin. Interesting. I've never ever thought about it. Thank you, BB, for that. That's actually quite
right. That's definitely good insight because, they really truly are kind of one and the same. Like, there's a lot of similarities. And then that, the fake it to make it. That's why I said when it comes to skimming and scamming, I don't put anything past the Scotts or Martell. Like, they are going to be on another heist together, but they're just not going to let Marcel hold the walkie-talkies this time. That's it.
If they trust Martell after that, then they're just dumb. I'm sorry. Dumb.
Like, it's just so crazy. He got so mad. She cheated. If you're going to come for me cheating, you must come for her for cheating. Why are we hearing this narrative now? And for someone as Martell, do you think he would have taken Mel cheating?
Never. The whole world.
Cheated. I'm telling you, if Mel had cheated, I would have even high-fived her because she deserved it. Please. With 5 good men. Like, she deserved it. She deserved every single bit of it. He was having this feel. Why should she be the loyal one? I don't understand why people expect, like, why must I be the victim? I don't agree with being the victim in any situation. That's why I'm like, why would I stay with someone that is cheating on me? I would never. I would just leave. Because I would never allow myself to be the victim. That's just me. But if you
see, I know that he didn't have no money. He didn't have the brains or nothing. Mel was the one that had all the money and the brains behind it all. So he knew that he could not be without her because he was going to be out here just how he is right now. Lost and turned out like Olivia.
Like, it's just so pathetic. You came to, like, it's so funny that you said you came to meet Chris and you were so mad you left without meeting Chris.
Probably to get more time to stay at the house anyway. So maybe
and he brought his finest wine. I always forget that wine exists till he brings it on the scene. I'm like, dude, why are you still promoting this wine? You are barely selling anything. You are not even shipping anymore. So why are you creating a storyline around something that doesn't exist anymore. Like,
because he has to
okay,
prove that he has a job. Because people are probably thinking, what the heck does he do now? And so, of course, he has to pretend like he still
sling
has
his dick everywhere.
Mm.
He would do fine being a gigolo.
You know, and he probably would. Like, just because sometimes a lot of women are listen, we can be very superficial and look at the outside and just, you know, the fact that, oh my God, he's on TV, we really don't care. Like, no. And when I say we, I mean them, y'all, whoever does that, because that's just not me. But no, he could be a gigolo. OnlyFans, maybe. You know, I could see him on OnlyFans.
Yeah, he really
But
needs to actually create OnlyFans because that's the only way he's gonna make money. So he needs to get on it ASAP if he wants to make some quick cash.
ooh,
But
did y'all see that? Wait, did y'all see what BB said? Now that, listen here. I also believe that they share hate and jealousy for Mel the same. Now that right there, Tisha and Martell sharing the same hate and jealousy for Mel. Yes, yes.
I think Martell is even higher.
Mm.
Oh
If
yeah,
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But
because he
yeah, I
knows
think
what he lost. He absolutely knows that he has lost.
yeah. So I think we've covered the entire episode,
Yeah.
and we can move on. Did you guys watch Aritropy? I didn't even watch it. I was so tired.
I didn't
This whole
watch it.
this whole time movement thing just like made me so disoriented yesterday because it seemed our time moved too. So I was like, oh my god, I'm tired.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, man, I am definitely tired.
Are you guys watching Married to Medicine?
I think
I
that's
am
the one I'm
not.
actually going to watch because it looks interesting more than Aritropy. I don't know. I just feel like
yeah. To be fair, like I'm definitely watching Married to Medicine, and I definitely want to do like reviews on it because Married to Medicine is a staple. Have you guys ever watched Married to Medicine?
I have
yes,
watched it like the first season or so.
Yeah, and also like Phaedra Parks is on it this season, so it's gonna be entertaining to say the least. Like even if it's to see other people's interaction with her, like I feel like either way it's gonna be interesting. So definitely going to be watching.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely need some new shows, some good new shows to watch.
all
Yeah.
right. So we've covered the entire episode, and
Yeah.
we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Thank you all. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.